To be clear, engraving gives no tactical advantage whatsoever. And that is the exact reason Mossberg made the Model 500. Guys, today I am going to shoot the most produced shotgun of all time. Designed originally by Carl Benson in 1961 and then submitted for military use in the 70s and 80s and all the way up until today, they have made over 11 million of these little bad boys. 11 million. Some would say that was a success. In America, they're about 440 bucks. In the UK, they're about 550 pounds. And today we're gonna have a look at it, see whether it's worth it. Although I think 11 million sales, 11 million Mossberg 500 series guns out there. Says enough. Before we talk about this in any further detail, let's go shoot it. So at this point you're probably wondering, how does it weigh up against the Longthorn? Well, ironically I didn't actually bring it today. What I did bring is something a little more comparable. This is my GTI with a Manrep Ricardo stock in. It's about 1,500 to 2,000 pounds worth. How does it weigh up a fully custom fitted competition gun against this? A 500 quid pump action. Let's play. All right, I'm gonna shoot a full round on the cars, see what score we get. I'm actually gonna give the advantage to this. I'm gonna shoot the other one first. Haven't seen these targets before, haven't shot them before. We're just gonna throw them out and see what happens. Oh God, I love this gun. What a weapon. It's not a weapon. I mean a weapon in like the way you refer to a car as a weapon. It's a weapon. What a setup, I think the phrase would be. All right, haven't seen these before. B from the left. Break. D from the back. Break. To be fair, these Hull Pro Fibers are the best cartridge known to man with a fibre wood for clay pigeon shooting. E from the right. One loss. F bird. Break. So I dropped 1.5. Now we've gone to a quarter of the price. And that's brand new. That one's 30 years old. And let's be honest, regardless of the outcome, it really doesn't matter. They serve slightly different applications, but the whole point in the title of this video, $300 of freedom, $400 of freedom. I mean, yeah, it's a little tongue-in-cheek, my American mates, but it's also the fact that you can get a gun and start playing at clays or hunting food or, you know, doing whatever you want for £500. And it's not an off brand, you know, it's not like buying a cheaper Turkish over and under that's not got the lifespan. This will outlast you. It's a Mossberg 500. 11 million. 11 million. A-bird. Guys, in this video you have seen us use one of these. This is a ShotCam. They are one of our channel partners and they are having a sale right now if you're watching this when we released it. That is the Valentine's sale. From now, when you're watching this video, till the 15th of February at midnight Eastern Standard Time. That allows you £100 off the retail price, but you still get free shipping, you still get the 30-day trial period, although I doubt you'll send it back because, well, there is no other alternative to ShotCam. We've tried them, and to be honest, none of them live up to the solidarity and reliability of these. There is a link in the description. Go and have a little look, see what you think. You've got a week or so, which is quite good. When you get one, it comes with a 12 gauge mount, but you can get side-by-side mounts, you can get sub-gauge mounts, whatever you want. And suddenly, you can look back at shooting whilst you're sat at home miserable. Back to the range. Break. Well, that is utterly awkward. I just straightened it with the £500 gun. And to be fair, it's not fair. Like I said, I've given it the advantage by seeing the targets. That E-bird I shot totally wrong, and the H-bird I shot totally wrong with the nice gun. But luckily, we've got a real pro down there. Don Brunt's just rocked up. I've heard he's quite good. I've seen his ShotCam footage on Willoughby Hedge and Enford Valley Facebook pages. which are the shoots that he runs. And so he's about to show us how it's done. Told you. B from the left, slight crosser. All right, you've done it with your fancy custom gun.
Right, so you want me to shoot it with that thing?
Well, come on. You say shoot it with that thing. It's also going to be interesting watching somebody who's way more professional at clay shooting than I am on the shot cam with hole points and the like. It kicks a bit more than your gun will.
Has it got the finest balance in the world? Probably not.
You just straighted this.
But straighted it, yeah, absolutely, shot fine with it.
I had to concede in this video that shotguns are basic things and this isn't bad, just because it's not nice.
No, not at all.
They're different.
Nothing wrong with it as it is and for what it is.
And you can pump it.
Exactly.
And that is cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool. Pumping it is cool.
You do have to be very careful with it.
Yes.
Because it wants to get away from you.
You could give it a shove and it will be in the next county.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is good and bad.
Put the two stocks together and you can see the slight difference. See the difference in the comb. There's about 2 centimetres difference of comb.
Are we saying that gun fit matters?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit,
Just to
occasionally.
me.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah,
Not so much
on a
for me.
Tuesday at Purbeck with the camera rolling, gun fit matters.
Gun fit definitely matters.
Absolutely.
If I can have a moment of your time. Hole points. You mentioned your hole point was all wrong.
Yeah.
Talk your method of hole points when you walk in there.
Well, it's a little bit tricky because obviously I hadn't seen the targets and I was going on what you told me.
Which was amazing information.
Which was quality information.
Target from the left to the right.
I prefer, the way I shoot, I prefer not to start too far back to the trap. I like to shoot with a slow, steady gun and I try and stay in front of the target pretty much all the time. Jenny, generally speaking, on a lot of stuff, will come from behind stuff.
Yeah.
So
Neither are wrong.
neither are wrong, but the target can dictate to you what works better. I think if you're shooting more technical stuff, probably starting further out from the trap is probably, I think, advantageous. If you're shooting more what I call, if it's a left to right crosser, it looks like a left to right crosser. It's not curling and twisting, etc.
Simple stuff. Simpler.
Not simple.
Less deceptive.
Less deceptive, then arguably I think that's where swing through and pull away maybe, well, pull away probably works on most things.
You think people overcomplicate shooting?
Yes and no. Some people don't put enough thought into it, some people put too much thought into it. It's striking the happy balance. But remember, you know, as I say to people, it's as much an art as it is in science.
That's a conclusion for the field, a field conclusion. You can't dislike the Mossberg 500. Where it falls apart out here isn't in the shooting, because it's very pleasant to swing and get on targets. Is recoil is greater. A lot of that's just due to bad gun fit, and you could get a custom stock for it or something that worked a little bit better than this for sure. They stock sets for these and accessories are rife, but it's also on pairs. A little bit too much recoil perhaps because of the gun fit. That could be sorted, I think, with better gun fit. And pairs. Getting a quick shot at a second target on a stiff pair with a pump in between, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage, and that's where the other 500-600 quidders, the ATAs, the Yilditzes, will come into their own versus one of these. But it is horses for courses. As I said, I think this would see you out, and perhaps an ATA or a Yilditz would not, with heavy use. I suppose I should add that this is all from a very British perspective. In England, at least, sporting clays and driven game shooting are the kings. Yeah, we have pigeon shooting while finding other things, so we look at it slightly differently. Overrunners are also king, realistically, and the ability to own guns isn't quite so easy. So if you go into the effort of getting a gun, most people won't even consider something like a Mossberg 500 for their main shooter. You know, it's not nice, but it is good. I think that's my overriding thing with it. It's not nice, but it is really good. It's very capable, and it's £500. There is something nice about buying one of those. And the fact that the second-hand market is as strong and good examples get bitten up as quick as they can in the UK says a great deal. And remember, 11 million. Back to the studio. I know I've talked about a lot of this already, but let's look over what you get, because it won't take long. You have a plastic stock with a rubber butt pad, and this is just the standard hunting iteration, I believe, of the 500. It's a 3-inch chambered barrel, steel-proofed, ready to rock. They are thick as all hell, and that's what makes this gun £7 plus. It's only got one barrel and it weighs over 7 pounds. You can get guns with 2 barrels that weigh less than that. But that's part of the beauty, right? Is that this gun can take anything and you will not be able to kill it. The tolerances in the inside of the action, which by the way are very simple. You have a trigger, you have a thumb safety, the Mossberg thumb safety, very famous, break quite a lot. A lot of aftermarket safety's been put on these guns over the years. And it's the only bad part about a Mossberg, if we're gonna pick one, is the safety catch sucks. The material they use isn't great. Though, they probably updated it, but at some point. They've probably changed a lot over the years. Although I can almost guarantee they've changed a lot over the years because I have a very early one of these with a metal safety catch. You have this little button here that releases the slide, but you've seen me use it, so I've described how to use it already. The barrel on this one is a 28-inch ported barrel. It's multi-choke. It's a very modern gun. I enjoyed shooting it, I think. I think really to conclude my thoughts and what you've watched so far is you cannot hate a Mossberg 500. You can't hate a Mossberg 500. Do you know why? Because there's nothing to hate. It inspires very little passion. And as such, it sways you neither way on the scale. It does everything a shotgun is supposed to do. It goes bang. It goes bang every time. You know, they passed military tests, which is what, like 5,000 shots with 2 fails. That's good enough for me. That is good enough for me. You can take off every part on this gun and put other things on there. You can upgrade and customize and add bits to your heart's content. But for £550 or $440, you can own a gun that works every time and shoots quite well. They are not complicated. This will outlast most over and unders at the price point, I think I can confidently say. And you know how I know? It's because they have made this gun pretty much to the same spec since the beginning. And you see those 1960s guns kicking around today in the UK and obviously a lot more in America, and they still work. A treat. The only thing that can go wrong with a Mossberg that I've found over the years is the big pink squidgy bloke behind it, or woman, because they are manually driven, and if you don't give it enough shunting, they can jam sometimes. But apart from that, I love it. It's a pump. Who doesn't love a pump? Guys, take care, goodbye, have some good freedom, and we'll see you next time.